Hello everybody, Galarian Sanctity here, and welcome to the next episode. I also forgot to mention I raised the audio of the video of the next set of recordings. Hopefully it's that way you can hear this game a little bit better. Because I have noticed that the previous couple of parts have been somewhat quiet. But anyway, I hope it is better. I forgot to mention that in the last video. Anyway, the sign we are going to go for today is one of the most infamous signs, actually, from what I remember from my childhood. Smoke changes shape, and some shapes look like Pokemon. Where can you find smoke? You already know. That is at the volcano. If you also don't know where the sign is, the silhouettes are actually in the color of the levels. So, because it was red, it's in volcano. Now this sign is very infamous from what I remember from my childhood.
Yes.
And I'm going to explain that as we go through the level. Now, the sign is right at the beginning of the level, but you're not going to see it if you look around normally. As a kid, I used to play this game alongside with my mom. There it is! I used to play this game alongside my mom. Which is not too surprising. If you're like 5 or 6 years old, it's not too surprising that you would probably play games with your parents. So, I played games with my parents for a good while. Pokemon Snap was one of my first couple of N64 games. I think it was maybe the 4th or 5th N64 game I've ever owned. So, when I was playing this game, we enjoyed this because we absolutely love Pokemon. And, we were going after the Poke Signs. And most of the hints were pretty, why are you two not moving up? Most of the hints were pretty obvious. Obvious on where the, which, by the way, here's the engine, in case you're curious. Most of the hints were pretty obvious on where you need to go, and where the sign is, and how to find it. Except this one. The hint for it is that it's related to smoke. That smoke changes shape. Okay, that's understandable. Thing is, look where we are at. We are in a volcano. We are in a volcanic area where there is smoke everywhere. How is this, you know, supposed to be a useful hint that's supposed to lead you to find on the Poke Sign? Especially since this, you know, especially since Pokemon is made for kids. Especially back at the beginning of the Pokemon, it was ideal for kids, so this is something that you expect your child to play. How was anybody supposed to find... I'm not going to get Fighting Magmar. How was anybody supposed to figure that out? And let me tell you the story. First off, these geysers here. If you throw your Pestiballs in them, it can be very finicky. You can get Growlithe to appear. And there's also another Pokemon here, which I may need to come back. Please be in the last geyser. Yes! Arcanine! I didn't get a good Charmeleon photo, did I? Damn it. But anyway, back onto my story. Yeah, so me and my mom played this level. We played this level about a good 5 or 6 times looking for the Poke Sign. Because of its very, very, very not helpful hint. We did not know what to do. So, my mother, she called Nintendo. I believe back then there used to be like a hotline or whatever that you could call to get help on games. She called Nintendo and asked the guy on the phone. I doubt she would remember what the guy's name is at this point. Because this is years ago. And if you happen to be watching this video, Mom, I would actually be impressed if you actually did know the guy's name. But yeah, but back onto my story. Yeah, so we went through this like several hundred times, so she called Nintendo. And apparently, and this was a thing, this hint also tripped up a lot of other players and kids and parents because of how not helpful the hint is to what you need to look for. It's a better Charmeleon, but I know it's not going to be in the center of the frame. So, yeah. So apparently this was a very, very, very well-known problem. So anyway, the guy said, I believe I remember the story correctly, the guy said, aim it at the volcano. Or something to that effect. And his hint, his advice, while helpful, still didn't narrow it down properly because, you know, you're in volcano. You're surrounded by volcanoes. So not the most helpful hint in the world. Anyway, we played for another 5 or 6 times in this level. And I was getting frustrated. In one point of my frustration, I just randomly decided to chuck pester balls at the volcano, at the mini volcano at the beginning of the level. Wow, that's better size. Wow, this is going to be a better photo. Anyway, and one of the pester balls happened to hit the smoke correctly.
Well done.
Wow, that was overall better. One of the pester balls managed to hit the smoke correctly, which changed it into the Poke sign. And, yeah, I was very relieved when I found that Poke sign. Oh, it looks happy. So yeah, that's my story about this game that I've never forgotten. From my childhood. But the thing is, this sign was the one that tripped me up. There's another sign that's really, really bad. And there's actually no possible way to see it. Like, at all. Like, at all. Oh, unless you take a photo of it. So I'll get to that sign when we get to that point. But yeah, I hope that you like my story of one of my memories of this game from my childhood. It is definitely an interesting experience. And it's one of those things that you don't ever forget.
You were close.
Growlithe. 410 points. Oh, there's a ton of embers. 1,300 points. It's in the middle of the frame.
Wonderful.
And Arcanine. I am so happy I got these 2 in a row. I got these 2 because the geysers that shoot these guys out if you throw a Pestiball in them, it's random what Pokemon comes out. You may get Growlithe, you may get Arcanine. Yeah. Yeah, I just had to check my chain of thought. But yeah, you may get Growlithe, you may get Arcanine. You may only get Arcanine in one run, and you may only get Growlithe in one run. It's completely random. So I'm happy that I got both of them in this run. So that way I don't have a reason to come back here. 1,000 points, very nice. Oh, so many embers, 1,200 points.
Wonderful.
And we double the score. $500 points. 750.
Great.
Yep, it wasn't in the middle of the frame, but overall better. See, is this... Yep,
close.
I don't know how it's that different from the one breathing fire in terms of size.
Oh.
The Poke Sign. The Poke Sign is always checked last during the report, during this phase, I might also add.
Wonderful.
Wait, Sagby, let's return to the lab. Am I going to be given the item? Taking pictures is a good pace. Yes, we're getting the item. I have a present for you. It will come in handy for taking pictures of Pokemon. Would you like to see the rare Pokemon poses? Play the Poke Flute. Oh, to make it happen. It's easy to use. Use the down C, which I think that's one of the control sticks on the Wii U gamepad. I'm gonna have to find out which one that is. You can listen to different music by pressing down. Try playing them often. Shall I repeat this information? No. I forget what the exact trigger to get the Poke Flute is. I think you have to get a certain amount of points to get 2 Poke Signs. I forget the exact trigger. But now we can sort of go back in order. But let's read up about the coughing smoke. Oh, the smoke coughing. I forget exactly what he calls it. You hit it with a pester ball? Ha 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 ha! This is smoke. Looks like coughing. I will call it coughing smoke. Actually, I think I was spot on. And with that, we will end things here. In the next episode, I think it's best we go back in order, now that we have the Poke Flute. So, we'll go back to the beach. See you all next time.